Hello everyone, Combat Brick Productions here. Merry Christmas for next week. Today I bring you my collection video. Yet to do one of these. This year has been a crazy year for my collecting, and I've collected an absolute crap ton of figures. Let's get right on into it. Okay, to start I have all 6 of the machine gun tins that they have produced. Some light on this. World War II British MG team, World War II US MG team, World War I French, World War I German, World War I British, and we got World War II German. Nice, move on to the next batch of figures. I'm going to have to go through this pretty quickly, just due to the volumes. Okay, I'll start off with my World War II British. Got World War II Officer. We got a World War II BF British soldier. We've got a Polish Weekend Blitz 5 through 6 figure. 5 through 7 actually. We have a Weekend Blitz 7 Commando. Regular Rifleman. Long Range Desert Group. We have 2 Weekend Blitz 5 Commandos. Try and get some light. The Officer variant and the Vickers K. They both have printed arms, which is really nice. Forces of the West French soldier from the last Weekend Blitz. I just have French with my British because I don't have that many. Canadian. From Weekend Blitz 5 through 6, I think. World War II RAF pilot. Another BAF soldier. British Expeditionary Force, that is. Another regular rifleman. And I have what I believe is a commissioned British sailor. With some really cool printing on the arms. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get it here. Anyway, it's really cool. It's got really cool rank. British sailor. Then I have the older SAS British. Desert British. The newest SAS soldier. Or SAS officer. Then we have the previous Weekend Blitz RAF bomber gunner. We have the artillery figs from the United British Artillery kit. If you're wondering why I have all the arms, the hands taken out, that's because I'm just worried about arms cracking. Next, I have a Weekend Blitz 4 Commando, which is really cool. And last with British is just this really old torso piece. Move on to the US next. Next, for the Americans, I have a US Sergeant, US Army Captain. We got Rifleman, got 3 of those. A D-Day Ranger bar gun variant. Tanker. The older medic. I think they have 3 versions of this. This is the 2nd version, V2. US bar gun. I have 4 winter uniform American Riflemen. I have a tan head as well as 3 dark grey heads. Which is this is the first run they had grey heads. US Army General, that came with the Jeep kit. Got winter uniform bar gun. We have all 4 paratrooper variants. Rifleman, sniper, sergeant, and Captain. Not sure which ones it is, I have to have a better look. We have Late War French with an American uniform, mostly American. The newest Medic with the 360 arm print, the rest of the figures the exact same. What is it? Brazilian Expeditionary Force. I have a Japanese head conversion pack. With some cool arms. D-Day Ranger, M1 Garand. Another tanker. And 3 Late War figs. Late War American soldiers. This one's a double print, this one's a regular, and this one's a different type of misprint, and I'm just using it as a Korean War soldier. Doesn't really accurate or anything. And last but not least, just a little torso. Move on to some more figs. Next we have Russia. I have some Late War uniforms, or I'm actually not quite sure. Just got a regular rifleman and an old version of the sergeant. Tanker. This is the newest sergeant. Well, not the Battle of Berlin one, but newest version of this sergeant. We got the Battle of Berlin Guard. Assault Engineer. And we have Sergeant with PPS magazines. That from the Battle of Berlin release. Then we has PPS Russian. A PPS 8 Russian. Rifleman. And SVT. And then we have 2 dead Russians and an old torso. Alright, we'll move on to small figs again. Next I have a mix of figs, just a few that I don't have very many of, from certain countries. Hungarian paratrooper. Hungarian paratrooper sergeant. Then we have a Hungarian rifleman. 2 dark grey uniform Finnish from Weekend Blitz 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. Really cool figures with officer and just a J-gear, Finnish J-gear. Freaking brightness is not very good, but anyway. Finnish rifleman winter uniform. Another Finnish. Very nice. And that's about it for those ones. We'll go on to some more. But again, I have my 2 and only Japanese from both from the last Weekend Blitz. IJN, I think. IJG or something like that. General. And Kemputai officer with the 360 print arm. That's cool. I have a couple more World War I figures. World War I British gas mask. World War I Portuguese late war. Red Baron. This one was from Weekend Blitz 6. But it was also featured in the Easter holidays. If you spent like over $200, I got this from Weekend Blitz 6. World War I Australian. Or Anzac. World War I American Expeditionary Force. World War I German Medic from Weekend Blitz 6, I think. 6, yep. Nice. I have a Weekend Blitz 6 British Pattern 3 uniform. Very cool stuff on the back. I have 2 World War I German tankers. These are actually pretty cool. Very nice. And last but not least for World War One, we have a World War One British tanker. This one's very cool. The amount of detail in this head is actually crazy. We can get the bloody helmet off. It's got tons of detail in the chain mesh, which is very cool. Anyway, move on to the next batch of figures. Now, for Germany, I have an absolute crap ton. We'll start off with just some late war figures. Got mid to late war MP40 and Rifleman. These are the newest versions, though there is some new ones coming soon. Early next year, I think. This is the newest version of the Field Officer. And we have German General. Very cool, nice 3D printed head. Then we have an early war MP28 German from a previous Week in Blitz. And I have early war NCO. Another early war NCO. And we have the early war MG13 gunner from the previous Week in Blitz. Then we have French volunteer. I forgot to look up the name of these. This is from the previous Week in Blitz. Got a French shield on the side. Then we have the Battle of Berlin Panzer Grenadier. I have 2 Assault Pioneers. Yeah, a bit of light on these. Next I have the Early War Machine Gun Team. This was not sold together, I just bought these separately. I got the MG Gunner Assistant. Got some bit of light. This camera's been playing up a little bit. MG Assistant and MG Gunner. I have the artillery figures. This one is just from a misprint bag. I managed to get the correct head for it, and I just put some short sleeve arms on it, which I think would look really cool. Next, I have the newest German medic. This guy's really cool. Get some bit of light. Very nice figures. And then I have 3 early war riflemen. And the Wilksturm from the Battle of Berlin release with the 360 arm print. Move on to the next batch of Germans. The rest of these are just going to be Germans. Next, this is an older version of the early war to mid-late war Field Officer. It's just got a different head and some different leg printing. Next I have some old Pioneers. So we have the regular dark grey Pioneer with a very similar head to the newest one. And then I have an old dark grey, which I'm very happy to own because of its rarity. Week in Blitz 2 or 3 Pioneer, which is very cool. I have a lot of these. How many more? One more of these. I have a total of 3 Halloween 2023 zombie doctors. If anyone wants to buy 2, they will come with hats. Hit me up in the comments and I can give you my business email if you are interested. I'm based in Australia. Shipping can vary a fair bit in price. Just hit me up if you're interested. Yeah, very cool. Next we have some late war Germans. We have the STG, Week in Blitz 5, PPSH, PPS. Yes, and we have a G43, one of my absolute favourite figures. Very cool. Next, I have a Week in Blitz 4 Panzer Grenadier. I have an old dark grey Rifleman. This is an older variant of the new one we have now. I've got grey. I have an injured Weekend Blitz 3 German. Very cool. Flamethrower operator. Very nice. I love this fig because it's so plain and it's very, very versatile. I can use it for pretty much anything I want. Next I have just a bunch of an older version of all of these figures. I have have these downward stripes on the legs, so I've got 2 riflemen, an MG team, and an MP40 with the downward leg stripes, which is just another older version. There's so many different versions. Then I have a Weekend Blitz 3 rail, something or other. I can't really remember the name of it. But this is a certain type of drum, and the details on this is actually really cool. Printed arm. Very nice figure. Paid a lot of money for this one. Really shouldn't have, but anyway. Next, this is Weekend Blitz 5 Volkstrom with non-360 arm print. Very nice. This is the older version of the Medic. The only differences on this one are the brightness of the stripes and everything. They just brightened them up and did a different helmet print. Not very big fan of the helmet print on the newest one because it's too bright of a red. The red on this one actually matches the red on the front. Next I have a bunch of old Weekend Blitz 2 and 3 Germans. This is an early war gas mask, late war French conversion pack, and an early war officer. Next I have an old machine gunner, an old machine gunner assistant, an Italian. I only have 2 Italians. Italian Weekend Blitz 3, I think. Yeah, Weekend Blitz 3 SMG gunner. Very nice figure. And I have 3 different versions of the putty boots, or I don't know, I'm not gonna even try. They're just different colors and slightly different variants. Then I have just all the different types of these torsos. Very nice. Move on to some more Germans. Next I have a bunch of Winter War Germans, or Winter Uniform Germans. These are much older variants. I've got 3 Riflemans and 1 STG. Then I have a Panzer Grenadier, and I actually have the newest Panzer Grenadier as well. The only difference is the head and some printing on the legs, and the colour of the the colour of the green is just slightly different. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. I have 2 Winter Riflemen, the newest versions. I have 2 grey coats. I have a Rifleman. Just trying to find the arms for this guy, correct head and everything. And a grey coat officer. And last we have an MP40 German Winter. We've got some more Germans. It's not the reason I have so many Germans is just because of how many they've produced. I've got most of their Germans and pretty much all of everything else. Kinda, not really. Alright, now we have some free TMC. I just got this for free with some Germans that I bought. Actually, these ones right here. Got them for free. Probably gonna sell them. It's good print quality, but I'm really not a fan of the designs they do. It's just a bit too cartoonish, not very realistic in my eyes. But some people obviously like that style. Not really counting them towards my collection. Now I have a Rifleman, 2 Riflemen actually. This one has an incorrect head. We got DAC Tanker, DAC Officer, I'm guessing this is Rommel, and another Rifleman actually. We got 3 Riflemen in that pack. This is the old version of the DAC Rifleman. And I have the old version of the MP40. I have a DAC Machine Gunner. Another DAC Tanker. This is the newest MP40. Another DAC Officer. I have the V3. Somehow this is the V3 version of the early war DAC, which is right here. This is the V4, the early war DAC, MP40 and Rifleman. I have a Weekend Blitz 2. Weekend Blitz 2 Italian, I think Weekend Blitz 2 Italian something or other, like it had printed arms and everything. I just have the torso bit, which is still cool nonetheless. I have previous Weekend Blitz Italian Officer, Weekend Blitz 4s. These are Weekend Blitz 4, the other early war stuff. These are MP40 and Rifleman. I can't remember what they were. I think Afrika Korps. Yeah. Anyway, and another Rifleman. So I have a total of what's that? Four Riflemen. They have produced so many Germans, and it's absolutely insane. Next, I have a bunch of tankers. This is the Stug 3 tanker. Stug 3 tanker, and this is, I can't remember the exact name of this one. It's a bit old. Yep, but I think it's pretty cool. I'm just using a Stug crew at the moment. I have a Panzer 3 tanker. I believe this is a commission or an old Weekend Blitz .44 tanker. It has oil patches there and on the leg there, which I think is very cool. Just trying to find some period correct arms for this figure, but it's obviously very old. This is the Panzer tanker torso that they have, which has just got a bit of printing on the legs. I have the Tiger Crew. Get some light. Yep, got a Tiger Crew. This is the older version of the Panther II Commander. It's very, very, very similar to the new one, but there's just some different leg printing. Yep, very nice figures. And an old German tanker. Another one. Yep, move on to some other figures. Next I have Kriegsmarine and Luftwaffe. These are some very cool figures here. We got Kriegsmarine Private and Kriegsmarine Petty Officer. And then these are Kriegsmarine Sailors. I cannot remember the exact name of all of them. I think NCO, Petty Officer, and Private, or something like that. Maybe a bit higher ranking. I can't quite remember. Oh well. Next, we have Luftwaffe Bomber Pilot. Pretty nice figure. Weekend Blitz 6 Winter Bomber Pilot. Weekend Blitz 6 Summer Pilot. Summer German Pilot. This is just a regular German pilot. Old Luftwaffe pilot. I think this is like a non-fighter pilot. This is like aircraft. I can't remember really. Now we have an old Luftwaffe ground crew from like 2018 or something like that. Absolutely crazy how old this thing is. Don't have the printed helmet. If anyone has the printed helmet for this one, which you would know you have it, just let me know. Very, very happy to pay good money for it. And I have Luftwaffe ground crew again. This is the Rifleman variant. There's actually 3 variants of this one, which is very cool. Last for the Germans, we have a bunch of camo. There's actually 2 boxes of these, so I have a very cool sorting system. I've got to get the brightness right for these ones, because for some reason the camera really hates filming these camo figures. .44 Rifleman, newest version, Wickenblitz 6, Splinter Machine Gunner, Oak Camo, Later War G43, Early War Oak Camo, Autumn Oak Camo, NCO, Dark .44, Rifleman, another French volunteer thing, very cool with .44 legs, Splinter MP40, .44 NCO from the previous Wickenblitz, Machine Gunner, .44 Machine Gunner, Dark .44 Machine Gunner, very interesting eyebrows on this guy. Early War Oak Camo, Rifleman, Machine Gunner, Splinter Rifleman, the other version of the Late War Oak Autumn STG, Splinter STG, full Splinter Rifleman, .44 NCO, Dark .44 NCO, Oak Camo Rifleman, and 2 Splinter Camo officers. Well, I think they called them, I can't remember, Wickenblitz 6. Anyway, got some older camo figures. I have 3. Never likes to brighten up. This is Wickenblitz 3, .44 NCO and Rifleman. This one's a old dark grey legs, which is very cool. Bunch of old Splinter Camo figures. I've got 3 Riflemen and 2 NCOs. Not NCOs, STG gunners. I'm getting a bit tired now. There's so many figures. I think I counted over 239 figures. Cool. I have 3 Fallschirmjägers. Just show you one. Very nice. Nice printed helmet. Splinter Camo. Blurred Edge NCO. Another, I think this is possibly Swamp Camo, a type of it. I've got 3 Wickenblitz 3 Wickenblitz 4 Telemimetico, Machine Gunner, NCO, and Rifleman. I have 2 versions of them. These are the older ones, you can tell from the shade of the green. And they have just slightly different arm printing. Old .44, older anyway. Telemimetico Panzer Grenadier. I actually have a couple more of these from Wickenblitz 5. This one originally was a full figure, but I sold it to a guy, he lost the head, and then I bought it back. Anyway, have Dot 44 MP40. I have Swamp Camo Rifleman. Very nice head on this one. Weekend Blitz 3. Zeltbahn, I think. NCO, still looking for the Rifleman. Old Splinter, or older, this is the Smock version. I have 3 Blurred Edge Riflemen. Really should get a new phone, mate. This is so crappy. Anyway, and last for these Germans, I've got correct arms for this guy. Splinter, Panzer Grenadier, and I'll get ahead at some point and fix this figure up fully. One of my favourite figs. Yep. And yeah, that's all of it for Germans, and there's a couple other figures. Alright, last couple of figures we have Weekend Blitz 6 freebie figures. I managed to get 2 of these because I had to buy some figures off a reseller and they gave me another one. Very cool. I have my huge bag of hands, which I need to sand down so they don't break arms. I have a bag of stickers and badge bricks. Very cool. And a very, very cool figure I have. Move this over. It's not very correct. But it has... It's a UB employee, freebie figure of Weekend Blitz 1. You see the date there. It does not have the correct head. I will hopefully one day find it. This is my absolute favourite figure. Very, very cool. I don't think they'll ever be able to print one of these again, apparently, because they're not allowed to print their brand on it and commercially sell it. Anyway, that's it for my collection. There are over 200 figures. About 240, I reckon. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next year.